March 21st, 11:34 a.m., Ryan Cole offices. Hello everyone and welcome back to A's Attorney Justice for All. We are here in the second part of the investigation of day one of an investigation. And in the previous video, a lot of things happened. First, Maya was kidnapped. Yeah, and we're basically being forced to take a case. In the past we've been volunteering, but here we're being forced to do so. And there was a murder in the hotel. And the suspect is a man by the name of Matt Ingard, and who plays a role called Nickel Samurai, a TV show popular with kids. And the victim was a man by the name of Juan Corrida, who also played a major character called the German Ninja, another popular TV show with kids. They were both bitter rivals, and the man who kidnapped Maya is called Shelly the Killer, a very sinister looking man who looks like a Bond villain basically. So now we're in the second half of the investigation, and we're going to try to find out what's going on here. So let's continue, shall we? Well, at least we were able to get Mr. Matt Ingard as our client, and we know that he didn't do it, which is very important. So now what should we do? Well, the trial is tomorrow, and we only get this one chance. There's only one way to prove Mr. Ingard's innocence. We have to find the real killer. Okay, let's start looking. Alright. I'm not sure this is really necessary, but let's see what she has to say here. Since there were no psyche-locks, then that means we can trust Mr. Ingard to be innocent. I really feel much better knowing that. Ever since that last night, I was so worried that I kept wondering, what if he is the real killer? What then? Hang on. It's too loud for me. I feel like what to do and any ideas are both the same thing, so well, let's just do it anyway. Hey, I have something I want to ask you, Pearls. Okay, what is it? Why are you so interested in how Maya and I get along? I mean, she and I don't have anything special going. Huh? What do you mean? But I thought you and Mystic Maya were... I've been mistaken all this time? No way. Oh, she really wasn't kidding. Pearls actually believes Maya and I are... Maybe I should have just left it alone. Mr. Nick, stop it! Don't hide your true feelings from me. Ow! She slapped me. Oh, Pearls. Okay. Okay. Gateway Hotel lobby. Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't come in without... Good morning. Hold on, it's you. What's going on around here? I heard Port Wine was killed. Is that true? It's a bad rerun is what this is. Another Steel Samurai doing the most evil of deeds. That's not entirely... I'll have you know that I was a huge fan of Wands. Why did all the stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies? It's always been that way. Ever since I was a little girl, the Glass Hamster was fine. The other kids started calling me Queen Reaper, whoever you name it when you were supposed dies. Okay. Now that episode is included. Actually, I wanted to ask you about the murder and what happened. Don't push me, boy. Mr. Nick, I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking too fast. Miss Allback, could you please speak a little slower? Don't boss me around, you spiky-haired smutty pants.
Oh, and I like Allback. She's a character.
Okay. My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder. And only recently did I finally find a star that makes his heart go bed-up again. I don't know what to say. I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always ends up kicking the bucket? I know about your words. No one's going to get away with saying anything bad about my wand. But I haven't said anything. Well, I don't believe a word that woman says anyway. Huh? What woman? That irritating backwater girl with the afro and the horrible country accent. I mean, what is that manner of speaking supposed to be? And why does she never stop?
So that's, Bisky.
You, Wendy. Man, I just saw it and I already need some water. It's barely been 6 minutes. Honestly, women these days, they don't know the meaning of the word modesty. When I was a young maiden, they were so beautiful, but despite this, I press flowers and read the stars. Girls, are you thirsty? A little. Okay, I'll go get you some juice or something. Thank you very much. Hey, are you paying attention? Youngins today. There she goes, going all Avatar Street on us. So I'm guessing Mr. Allback heard everything from Lotta. I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder. I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready. Getting ready? For what? The show, of course. Well, and the press conference afterwards. Cue mysterious music for the magical press conference. Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder. I see. But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly. What? I saw the most important moment of the night. What you witnessed? The most important moment? You don't mean... Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child. When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids today. Please tell me, what did you see? Huh? The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder isn't? Psyche-locks on Allback? Please don't stray onto another tangent. Please. If you want to hear more, then show your respect and bring me this lady a present. I actually like the sound effect that comes when you hear that sound, you know, boom, and then all the background colors are inverted. This is just really cool. Okay, we can't do anything about that right now. Okay, Gateway Hotel, Viola Hall. Looks like the investigation is still in full swing. The hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens. I wonder if we can do any investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere. Well, we gotta roll up the sleeves and try, I guess. Well... Oh. Gatewater Hotel hallway. Hey, you're there, you're here. Been waiting for ya, Mr. Lawyer. Lotta. Hey, Mr. Copfella, the thief's showed his face. What? Arrest him, put him on trial, find him guilty, give him the death penalty. What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling alright? Look here and there, up and down the mountain, but he ain't here. It's right under Joe. Just hurry up and give it back to me, creep. What are you looking for? My camera. CAMERA. It's my lifeblood. I'm gonna die without my $700 camera. Your camera? Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always goes back to the scene of the crime? And looky, here you are. Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble. Ha, ha, ha. Huh? Well, let's talk to her, I guess. So you lost your camera? I ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in the store and it's $1,600, brand new. Huh? What did you just say we bought it for $700? I had a nice... Excuse me. I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon. I mean, this itty-bitty scratch and the manager got all huffed up in the face. He gave me his talking to and was real mean about it, too. He done me a cry of that. When did you lose your camera? Last night after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie. Laura, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours? I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye. So I don't remember. And besides, I couldn't get anything from my big scoop. I wonder if Lana's missing camera is even connected to the murder. Lana's camera added to the court record. A very expensive item valued at $1,600. It was stolen around the time of the murder. Lana, please tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder. Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually I was here until around the time Mr. Engard was arrested. What were you doing here? You sure you went to school, city boy? Wherever a lot of heart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had. A big scoop? I told you before, I'm gonna be the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Like, of course, that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot. I wonder what scoop she was after this time. Although, I was also on the lookout for the other stars that were here. So maybe I wasn't here the entire time. Lana, are you sure you weren't here in the entire time? So you could take a picture of your big scoop? Well, maybe it was. That's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof? What kind of story was it that you would hang around for? What kind of story was it that you would hang around here? Whoa! Oops. Sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know? Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide? We've been stopped, haven't we? Haha, yeah. Take that, Mr. Lawyer. I'm glad someone around here is happy, Miss Lana, and your eye-roll smile. Well... let's see... oh, hang on. I'll check that out later. Let's go here first. I'll show you first. Gatewater Hotel. Ingard's hotel room. Where are we? We're in Mr. and Matt Ingard's dressing room. This is our client's room. May I help you with something? Oh. You're Mr. Ingard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail. How do you know I'm his lawyer? You were just saying that he is your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer. Wow. It's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. Ingard's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here, one stop in your mad dash, to find clues to build his case, correct? Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either. It's really hard on the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick. I am Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business. Alright. She may be of a small nature stature, but appearances can be deceiving. Alright. Night of the murder. I assume the first thing you would need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct? Yes, that is correct. And I will tell you. Before the award ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. Engard. In this very room, I might add. Dinner? What did you eat? I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you took a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me. I bet she's a lot of fun at parties. When the award show was starting, I headed to Viola Hall. And after the show ended, you came back to this room? No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby. Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess. When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. Engard. After that, I went to visit Mr. Corrida. And that's when you found his body, isn't it? You really held strong through everything. Yeah, she just seemed to be mentally tough as nails. Let's see here. From this alone, I cannot tell where they ate. Leaving you in guard. So, about you and... Stop right there. You weren't seriously about to ask how Mr. Engard and I are related, are you? Sorry. I have no idea how he could chose you? That's bad grammar right there. It's supposed to be choose, not chose. Okay, I'm going to start over and read it correctly. The way it's supposed to be. I have no idea how he could choose you as his lawyer. Why did she have to go and say something like that? Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright? I would have gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that I'm Mr. Engard's manager. His manager? Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Corrida, have one? No, he did not. He didn't? Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to the stars. I see. This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you are quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly. You're wrong. I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya. Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright? My door is closed. Anyway. Oh. Okay. Let's see how she knows about him. Hang on. Present. Did you know the victim, Mr. Corrida? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place after all. Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Corrida was killed. Do you have any ideas as to why Mr. Credo was murdered? Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job. So, do you have any ideas? Oh. 4. Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation. Is that a psyche-lock, Mr. Nick? Yes, there's getting to be more and more of these lately. Huh. Interesting. Okay, let's go to Guida's room. Get one hotel, Guida's hotel room. Mr. Nick, where are we? We're in Mr. Juan Creda's room, Pearls. Mr. Creda? The victim, which makes this the crime scene too. Oh, it's you. So, what's happened? The kidnapper, has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Ingard's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left. I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that? Even if we want to look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you've got to keep quiet. Is my neck on the line here? Thank you. Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy. Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you. Haha, wouldn't want you to get lost in the hotel too big for its own good. Mr. Nick, I got a map. That's great, Pearls. Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says. Hotel guide map added to the court record. Map of the Gatewater Hotel around the crime scene. Well, let's talk to him. Do you know what the cause of death? Do you know what was the cause of death? Well, technically, the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should? Yeah, here's a picture. Whoa. There's a knife in his chest. Huh? Looks like a butter knife. Yeah, pal, that's a murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. I'm looking at the fingerprints down in the lab right now. The fingerprints in the knife? Yep. And it looks like they're pretty sure they're Mr. Ingard's prints, pal. That's bad. Real bad. Crime photo added to the court record. Photo of Juan Creda's murder scene. Why was Mr. Ingard arrested? Because we had evidence on him. Evidence? Looks like the victim, Juan Credo, really put up a big fight. Whoa. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell there were signs of a struggle everywhere. Oh yeah, during the fight his button came off. Mr. Ingard said something about a button. Something like one of the German ninja's buttons got caught in his hakama. But that's not all. What? There was a witness, pal. A witness? Who is it? That lady, Miss Oldbag. Please, anyone but her. The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. And imagine there's something around where the Vic was that's a little off. Something that's a little off? As in, that's for you to figure out, pal. Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick. Oh, let's take a look over here. Oops. It's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it. Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much. Neither do I, actually. There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where this came from. But doesn't it seem weird? What seems weird? I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor. She's right. The flower vase was broken and the makeup is strewn everywhere. Why is this glass the only thing that's still alright? Wine glass added to the court record. Found next to the victim. It's filled with tomato juice. No sign it's been drank. This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable. That's strange. The guitar is not here. Maybe he forgot to bring it to the show? But missing Maya. She said that the bright red guitar was the Gem Ninja's signature item. That's true. Huh? This guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on the top of the lid. Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it? Guitar case added to the court record. Found next to the victim. Empty. There's some water, but only on top of the lid. Yeah, that's very peculiar. It looks like Mr. Kurita had dinner last night. This bottle is tomato juice. We had a lot of food at the award show last night. But I wonder if those stars had gone on stage after only eating a meager meal like this. Let's see here. So that's a bed, right? Yep, it's big, but it's a bed. Ah, Mr. Nick, it's so soft. Big beds must be a rarity for her. Can we examine this thing? Okay. Wow, there are a lot of bears. Alarm clock ones, collector's editions, stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have? There's even a few in the trash can. Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies. Oh, great. I am not even going to bother to read that out loud in his voice. I don't think I want to bear with the trauma the last case caused me. I'm with you there, Phoenix. I am with you there. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? It's so messy here. Girls really likes things neat and tidy, I take it. There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please. Okay, that over there is a watch. You wear it on your wrist. I know what a watch is. Oops, for a second there, I forgot I was talking with the pearls, not Maya. It's a suitcase. There was so many things in it that I bet it barely closes. There was his clothes, a dryer, an electric shaver, a calculator. Do all stores pack too much stuff like Mr. Kurita? Anything? Oh, hang on. There are all sorts of things in this refrigerator. The carrot juice bottle and the tomato juice bottle are both empty. Empty? It's too much of a hassle to throw them away, I guess. They're all vegetable juices. guess he must have been a real health nut. Oh, there's a beet, some ketchup, and a bottle of strawberry jam, too. Maybe red was his favorite color. I don't know if there's anything else here. Let's check over here one more time. Excuse me. Oh. Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. This is probably where Mr. Corito fought his assailant. What are these bits of glass from? A flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are. You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick? Okay. Nothing else to look at here. What? Oh, hang on. My watch's hourly timer is still on. I usually turn off after work, but guess I forgot to do that today. Let's see what he thinks of this thing. So about this wine glass. Ah, so you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that wasn't untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually, Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Bruce noticed it before me. Before me too. Hey, wait a minute. So does that mean Miss Von Karma is here at the hotel? Yeah, she's around. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if you catch us doing here. Well, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000 meter dash. Uh-oh. I know that sound. What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick? I've heard the sound being somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time. Sorry, I've got to make myself scarce. Later, pal. Yo! At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Would it be too much to ask if you would be nice to me for a change? So, you're the type of stealing information from pitifully hopeless detectives? That's very dishonorable of you. Ow! Hey, don't you dare run away, scruffy McTrenchcoat. I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. You are... Detective, come here for a second. Yow! Yow! Ow. I felt better knowing at least you were man enough to face your punishment. You were so scared you just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix Wright. You have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine. Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you? What? Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir. Why does he keep calling her sir? I don't get that. This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor. Ow! What did she throw at me now? What is this? Well, I guess this means I've got to get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? If you can, Try not to let Miss Von Carmack see you. Well, okay, well, I'm not much else to do here, so let's move back. What? Okay. Gateway Hotel, Viola Hall. Oh, Mr. Wright, how are you? Mr. Powers, have you been here with the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder ain't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Huh. Nickel Samurai. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's a sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time, there are 3 samurai brothers: Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai. What? And of course, the Nickel Samurai. It's a love why in Neo-Old Tokyo. I see. Well, wait. A love what? A love why? This girl, Seyo, works at a tea shop and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like the 3 brothers colliding over this one girl? Anyway, Seyo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet times 3. Yeah. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I want to know. Miss Seyo, does Miss Seyo fall in love? She does, doesn't she? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. I'm going to stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theater starting this week. I can't believe she's really considering it. So what's the Gem Ninja TV show like? It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Gem Ninja, like the samurai shows, is geared towards kids. It's a story of a ninja who can't scale a wall, but became a big pop star anyway. What? He was a really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all. But boy could he sing. With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. A ninja? With a bright red guitar? And then, the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Misola. German versus the Muromachi 5. Wait. German versus the Muromachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches our not-so-dim cold the night before Battle 3. Aw, that's too bad for him. Yeah. But this kind of pop music based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I want to know. The German Ninja. Will he be able to sing? What about Princess Masola? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. Which show should I watch? I can't believe she's really considering it. Okay, I'm already almost out of water. Well, I do have a second water bottle handy, so I don't have to replace it at all anyway. I'm Dr. about, Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little. So Mr. Powers likes this type of woman. What do you know about Miss Andrews? Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know? There's sort of a small rumor going on about her right now. A rumor? Ah, if you're interested, I'd be glad to share what I know. Bad grammar again. It's I'd be glad to share what I know. Amateurs. He's so happy he looks like a lion that's just found his next meal. Ah. Would you mind telling me about this gossip? Ah, so you are interested in it. I figured you would be. Yeah. I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip too. Oh, really? You too, huh? Yeah. So take a look at this. Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldbag would read. Alright, let's see here. German Midnight Rendezvous? To the mysterious yet beautiful manager, to the stars, Miss A.A. You see now, don't you? What? You can stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Juan Crida didn't have a manager of his own. Which means, if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials AA, Indian Andrews? Yes, exactly. This is big news. But it seems kind of odd. That woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client? Is that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people. Mr. Powers looks so happy. Pearl is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling. Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Magazine clipping added to the court record. An article in the tabloid Gossipland. Superstar and ultra-hot mega-secret love scandal. Reliable sources say that Juan Crida has been getting in close with a mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. Well, I believe we have enough now to break all bad psyche-locks. What you witnessed. Alright, I'll be honest with you for now. Then please, tell us what you saw. But what a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at your youngin's expense. I am a little devil, after all. Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. I believe it's, wait, no. Autograph? Where's the autograph? I thought we had an autograph. Hang on. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Okay, I was supposed to look at an autograph from one in Guard or Crida's hotel room, and I didn't actually do that yet. I'll do that later. Okay. Alright. Hang on. Okay. Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper? It's called an autograph. autograph? The paper's got Mr. Creeder's name written on it, so it's in his autograph. I can't read it at all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this. Ah, it's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here. See how it says "to my dearest Wendy" in more normal letters here? This sloppy, unreadable writing? It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone. Hold on. Wendy. I've heard the name somewhere before. Mr. Creeder's autograph added to the court record. Juan Creeder's autograph. To my dearest Wendy is written on it. Okay. I thought we had it when Von Comma threw it at us, but I guess we didn't. Okay, let's go back to Wendy. Sorry about that, everyone. Try this again. I'm gonna skip the dialogue here, so just give me a second. Okay. That's Juan's autograph. Yes, it is. And it even says "to my dearest Wendy" on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oddback, so that Wendy has to be me, right? Well, it may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it. Oh, please, give it to me. Let me have it, please. I can't let you have it. Just like that. Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange? Whoa. Wow. She was really wanting this autograph. My offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright. You win. Wendy Oldback, ready to open up her heart. All for my dearest Juan. I'm not successful. Well, that was quick. Autograph given to Wendy Dearest. Okay. I feel bad for you now. Huh? I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room. You kidding? Oh no. It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet, minding my own business. And? Did you tell that to the police? Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it, maybe more. Gift certificate? I'm going to include it again for that part at the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time, you're going to get it. I'm going to work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. Mr. Ingold hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he did my dear poor Juana in. I just do. The yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it. What did Mr. Ingold ever do to her to deserve this? What did Mr. Ingold do to you to make you so... You don't know? That guy, he framed my Juan. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan. Mr. Nick, what is it? What's a scandal? Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay? Poor Juan, led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do vials and wild temptress mean? Ack. How about we just listen to what Miss Oldback has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldback, who is this woman you're talking about? Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy. He shoved the girl over onto one on purpose. His own manager? But why? I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud. Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag? I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know. And do you have proof that Mr. Ingard did what you say he did? Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so. Ugh, of course, a tabloid. Next week, does that mean it's something people don't know about yet? Why would Miss Orbach have information like that? And where did she get it? Hee hee hee. Okay. Okay. I think we can unlock her psyche-locks now.
Take that!
Big scoop. Laura, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told ya, didn't I? For my scoop. What I want to know is about all the details of this scoop. But that's not something I can tell ya. I mean, that there's my bread and butter. Alright then. An unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm going to say that you were looking into a scandal. Could it be that you, Lotta Hearts, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan and Frida and this person? I think I know who it is.
Take that!
This woman. She's Adrian Andrews, Matt and Guard's manager. The Nickel Semi's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the German Ninja. It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup? Yeah. You gotta have that, what's it? News sauce? You mean news source? That's it. So show me something that shows that one guy had something in with Miss Andrews. I think it's this.
Take that!
This is an article from a certain weekly tabloid. German Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. Ah! Miss Creeda didn't have a manager. Mr. Creeda didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. Ingard's manager, Adrian Andrews, she has the initials A.A. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of him as proof. That's why you were looking around Mr. Creeda's door last night. Ah! Alright. You were looking into Mr. Creeda and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it. I was gonna get myself a scoop on catching them in a secret meeting. But there's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What did I say? The initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do. So what's that? That's what I was doing. Getting photos. Oh. I'm gonna wipe up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. Then spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow. What a nice journalistic integrity you got there. Oh. Wow, Lotta. Nice journalistic integrity you got there. I already finished writing up my spicy article, you know. But the paper I wrote on my note to myself, it's gone. Your note to yourself? I was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They don't run on off together. I came here to my big story. Didn't come here to have my treasures disappear on me. Yeah, I understand. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell ya. What's with people now, anyway? I never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? Pardon me. I've got no idea why, though. The story in that note is probably a bold-faced lie. Laura's camera ad updated in the court record. Stolen on the night of the murder. Tabloid article about the victim who's in the case. About the victim was in the case. Alright. Okay, police station, criminal affairs department. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal? Why the blunt greeting? Wait, why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect. Things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal. But there's two big pieces. Two? And both of them are in this portal. Oh. The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's the button that you found during your body search of Mr. Ingard. Yep, I found it in the folds of the nickel sunrise special pants. And the second one is the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife on his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. The Matt Ingard's. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what about this airtight testimony? Is that old scary lady, Miss Allback? I thought so. What do you mean, you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well... And I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. The blab knob is stuck on 10, and there's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. Ed Ingard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way. I'm pretty interested in this bit of gossip of ourselves. The scandal was with Mr. Carito, but why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. Suicide? Her name was Celeste Impacts. Celeste Impacts. And she was Juan Carito's manager. The victim's manager? But that's not all, pal. This Impacts was Miss Andrea's mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one. A mentor? A woman who was both Mr. Carito's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Did her suicide have something to do with this case? You want to know more about her, pal? Okay. She was the victim's manager and was also Miss Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Miss Von Karma, you can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean... I do. Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's... Wait. Please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, quiet. If it weren't for the traitors like you, I would have won. I would have won. Is that what you want to say? Who? That voice. Edgeworth! Edgeworth is back. It's been a long time, right? This is Mr. Edgeworth? What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Franziska. You. How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You've stolen Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Franziska. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining a perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix, right? I will see you tomorrow. In court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. She's the same boiled mare she always was. Huh. Angela is back, huh? Well, let's talk to him, I guess. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Nick. I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough for a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own in the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? A lot of things may have happened. However, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of a von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those little losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. I see. Let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, with Franziska, she almost always says, "I will defeat you this time," the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client. To save their lives. To save your client, you say? Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals, those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there is still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn? Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see it is coming. The time when you will see it is soon coming soon enough. This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Credo's manager. And then, a few months later, Celeste Impax died. But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Yes. But there is still one riddle we've yet to solve. We've yet to solve. This bad grammar is really bugging me. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh? Miss Impax's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impax had ever written such a note? Had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence, however. We did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Credo himself. The victim? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Credo hid his own manager's suicide note? But why? As long as her note is missing, Any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1 anyway. Part 1? Suicide report added to the court record. Deceased, Celeste Impacts. Found by Juan Crida. Was her suicide note hidden? Well, I want to take a look at that. Oh, we can? Okay. Well, for some reason, we have to present that report to him. I don't like to look through the reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2. 2 parts? What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here is the second part. The second part of the report is about intended suicide. The intended's name is Adrian Andrews. Miss Andrews? What did she do? She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret? Her independent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews? Dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what a woman is. Dependent nature. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And why didn't Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she? Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Celeste Impacts, was gone forever. That's why. Why would that? Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others. When Celeste Impacts suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then, that means her super confident attitude? It's all a facade. She's only accompanying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Attempted suicide report added to the court record. Attempter, Adrian Andrews. Reason, shock from Celeste Impacts' suicide. Well, away. I think we're almost done here. Only an hour and 15 minutes. Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone. That's Franziska von Karma. Miss von Karma? What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so you've got some nerve following me around. Following you? That's you, Miss Von Karma. You're the one doing the following. Pearls. You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl. What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I'm planting a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that the fool's every move. So that noise we heard, there was this receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews? Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What that she's holding? What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews? She seems a little dazed, doesn't she? You talk to her? Not really, no? Huh. I wonder what this card is that she's holding. Okay. I asked to become Mr. Ingart's manager. He's a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition. Mr. Ingart does seem like a rather weak-willed man, always doing as he's told. He's always saying, my manager, right, Mr. Nick? Now can we talk? Nope. Okay. I think we can unlock my psyche-locks.
Take that!
Motive. Motive for murder. Why was Juan Frida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Hang on a second, guys. I need to pause my recording real quick. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'm back. Okay. I replenished my water supply as well as a couple of other things. So where were we? Oh yes. If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Engart's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Frida. You were not that close. That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You are not good at being intimate with another person. Somehow, I highly doubt that.
Take that!
You and Mr. Frida had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had a... If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Now, it seems quite a few people have already bought into the story. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on her good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close to Mr. Kurita? As if there was ever such a need. Did you get close to Mr. Kurita for this person's sake? I believe it's Celeste. Okay.
Take that!
Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Miss Impacts, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was one Kurita's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Kurita so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved.
Take that!
Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Kurita. Juan? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Kurita. I've sat back quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you'd like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impacts was someone very special to you.
Take that!
Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on. You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurita of hiding the Miss Impact's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was, why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with the reason to want Mr. Kurita dead. Me? This impact was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? Whoa. Here we go. Motive for murder. It's true, I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small, and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed back against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews, this is the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. And that someone was Juan Creta. Celeste, without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed to like they were out to get me. She got close to Mr. Creta to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide, I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews? If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's a little overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card of her in hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. What is it? It looks like a seashell? That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. We're not remembering something clearly? Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I'll leave Mr. Inkard in your capable hands. Well... I think we've gathered about all we can. What about missing Maya? Is she alright? Oh, Pearls. She looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't accepted at all, and hasn't been walking all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh, no. I'm okay, really. I'm fine. I really am. She looks happy enough. You don't look fine to me. Okay. Here we go. Right and cold law offices. So, what now? Well, we did find one thing for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impact's suicide note? That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Uh-oh. Ah, Mr. Nick, the transceiver. Hello? Bright and Cold offices. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering the phone. Maya! Where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Phew. Which is why, I suppose, she is absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her. Very well. Ask my... Maya, is that you? Sis. Ask my sis. Maya, darn it, he cut me off. Miss Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she? Sis? What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Sorry. Ark! Mia! I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her. Whoa. Mia's here. Maya's situation. How's Maya? She's safe, for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, as it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe, but Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left, and I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper. What's he like? I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And she didn't see the face of her attacker. Ugh. Maya is locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her? Date unknown, time unknown, location unknown. Looks like we're gonna play as Maya again. I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, in a time like this, sweet's the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised that he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Wait a minute, what's this? Oh, that looks familiar. Huh? Someone dropped a card here. It kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. Drat, it's locked. But this door's locked. It seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, may magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that out here that I could use. Ah, that's it! This shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius! Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it. Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried. To be continued. Well, that was a super long episode. So next time we will continue with the trial, with the first day of the trial, and we will see what happens next. I'm going to go and end the video here before you even save it. So next time, like I said, we'll begin with the trial. And until then, everyone, hope you have a great rest of your day. And hopefully it won't be as long as this episode was, more than an hour and a half. And I thought I'd be done by midnight. Silly me. Anyway, until next time, take care.